All right, clap. All right, guys, welcome to the Setbreaker podcast. And today we're doing something a little different where I'm driving. And yes, I'm wearing a seatbelt, but because I'm wearing a lavalier mic, I chose to slide it right here, right under my armpit, kind of like you do when you're a kid, right? Because that's what you fucking do. So forgive me if the quality of the podcast is not as high as it usually is, because I'm using a really cheap lav mic, lapel mic, which attaches to my shirt so I don't have to hold a microphone, so that way I can drive and not die, right? And the camera I'm using, I taped it to my dashboard and it's facing me, and this is actually really cool because I was thinking, man, do I have to get a GoPro? Do I have to do all this blah blah? Do I gotta blah blah blah? And I'm like, oh wait, I don't have to. I can tape it. Let's see if it works. And it fucking works perfectly. So I don't need to waste any more money than I need to. There's always ways around things, guys, right? There's always a way. You don't have to spend money that you don't need to spend, right? I mean, think about when you're in college. When you're in college, that's when you're the most creative with food. You'll eat things that you normally won't eat. Like, you'll go to your refrigerator, you'll find leftover chicken breast, and then you'll have leftover, let's say, like nachos and then hot Cheetos, right? Like half a bag of hot Cheetos. And you'll just like smash the hot Cheetos in the bowl with the chicken and the nachos, and then maybe you'll throw some ketchup on it because that's the only sauce you have, or barbecue sauce, or both, because that's kind of like what is it? What is that called? Damn, shit. Sloppy Joe, because that's what Sloppy Joes are made out of, I think. Right? So yeah, I mean, creativity comes from when you're kind of forced into things and positions that you're normally, maybe that you're not used to, right? Like when you're a kid and you're depressed, or not depressed, when you're a kid and you're alone because you don't have friends, you find a way to make friends with yourself. So you either conjure up an imaginary friend, or you just find ways to entertain yourself, right? Like when I was I'll play video games, right? And I didn't have anybody to play it with, but I would play games that required 2 players. So what I would do is I would either have like a computer, because sometimes some of the games you can have a computer play with you to move along with you, or I would make my sister play the games with me, like Metal Slug, and she didn't know what she was doing, and I get mad at her. I'm like, you're supposed to take the tank and jump on the jet. I'm in the jet, you're in the tank, jump on it. That's what you gotta do. And then she'd cry, and then I'd feel angry, but feeling angry and frustrated was better than being alone. Man, I had a sad childhood, Jesus Christ. But yeah, this is kind of nice, man. This is really nice. I like this. This is different, because I'm gonna be honest, I've been feeling cooped up. I've been feeling really stir crazy lately. I just want to be out. I just want to be hanging out. I just want to be moving and not be inside all day. So any excuse for me to be outside, I'll take it. I will take that shit, man. You know, whatever I can take, right? And excuse me if the camera's jumping up and down, because I didn't tape it fully correctly. I got lazy and just taped it just on the front part of the camera so that the back part isn't really stabilized. So it's going back and forth. Might be annoying, but look, we're doing something new. We are experimenting, so just join me, play along with me. Let's have some fun, man. Let's have some fun. But yeah, the other reason why I've been feeling kind of overwhelmed is because I've been really sucked into social media, man. I mean, social media, I'm using it because I want to make my dreams come true, and make my, create life on my own terms, be able to make a living off it, and just become, I don't know, somebody just kind of known and stuff. But man, it's been, I don't know, I just kind of want some time alone, away from everything and everybody, just in silence by myself with my thoughts, And even just to not have to think about anything too. Like, I just want time to... Oh, by the way, here's the other thing that happened too. I'm probably feeling that way because I haven't been sleeping. Because I've been watching a lot of anime, and I've been falling asleep on the couch. And then waking up at like 5 a.m. and then going back to sleep in my bed, sleeping for like 3 or 4 hours. So it's on me. My anxiety is coming from my unhealthy sleeping patterns. But look, dude, I like eating toast. I've been eating toast lately, like late at night. I know it's unhealthy, but I've been eating, so I would toast bread, and then I'd put butter on it, and then I'd just squirt honey all over it. Just all over it, and it tastes like French toast, like ghetto French toast. But man, does it taste delicious. So delicious. Oh, I should have put this down here. It is one of the most delicious things I've ever eaten. And some nights I eat 4 pieces of toast like that. It's probably not healthy. Probably shouldn't do it. But I do it anyways because I want to. And whatever. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do, man. And I've been working out a lot. But so those of you that listen to my podcast, you know I've been doing the 75 hard, which is where for 75 days I stick to a healthy diet. I work out 45 minutes outside, 45 minutes inside. I take a progress photo every day and read 10 pages of a book. Yesterday was my 35th day, and I decided to eat Krispy Kreme donuts. Do you know why? Because my fucking sister bought some. See, this is what happens when you move back home. Your family buys a bunch of shit, and you feel so comfortable. You feel like, oh, okay, it's okay. I guess maybe I will. I've been good. I've been avoiding the cookies and all that they would buy, but there was this box of Krispy Kreme donuts, which I had not been tempted by in my whole 35 days of doing this thing, but it was just there. And I lifted up the box, and there was the regular glazed Krispy Kreme and then the chocolate, and I was just like, what? I could already taste it in my mouth, dude. I could taste it. That's what she said. I could already taste it in my mouth. Oh my God. And I just took a bite from it, and I shouldn't have taken a bite, but I did it, and it activated my sugar addiction. And then I ate 4 donuts. But here's what I did. So after I took that one bite, I took the other donuts. Well, I took 2 donuts, and then including the one that I took a bite out of, and then I put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds. And at first I did 15, and it got too hot, and then I burned my mouth. But then I learned, 10 seconds is the perfect number. And it was moist and juicy, and it was like it was fresh off the, I don't know what it's called, but right off the thing. And damn, I know a lot of you probably know that's what you can do. Like, you can microwave donuts, but I didn't know that, and I did it, and it's a new discovery for me. Oh my God, it was so good. Fuck, dude. Thinking about it now, it makes me want some. So I had 4 last night, 2 this morning, and I had cookies last night too, and cookies this morning. So I basically failed the 75 hard workout. And when you mess up, you have to do it again. You have to do it all over. But I mean, I was planning to travel out of state anyways in June, and then I was gonna fuck it up anyways and eat what I wanted, because I'm like, if I'm gonna go out there in a different state for the first time and hang out and stuff, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like, you know, the beauty of this program is there's second chances, third chances, fourth chances, fifth chances. There's a lot of chances. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just redo it over and over. So while I'm out there, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do. You know, enjoy myself. And now some of you are gonna be like, oh, you have no discipline. I have discipline, motherfucker. Look how lean I am, homie. If you're watching the video, look at this shit. I got abs now. But I really do have to be careful, because I can easily go back to chubbiness. Now, I'm naturally leaner, but it is easy for me to just be like skinny fat. So I gotta be safe. I gotta be safe. But also, it's for health too, because like all this running I've been doing, all this working out twice a day has really made a difference on my mental strength. Besides the fact that I decided to eat the donuts, but it's been making me tougher. It's been making my endurance much higher. I've been just feeling really awesome, besides the fact that I haven't been sleeping like I should have been, like I said. But I highly recommend you guys try it, man. Just try it out, even if it's for only a week or 2 weeks. Just see what you can do, and it'll become a habit. So the good news is, although I failed the 75 hard and it's been 35 days, the thing that's been ingrained in me is the workouts. So I've still been doing 2 workouts a day, 45 minutes each, one outside, one inside, right? So today I'm going to do yoga because I did my weightlifting this week. And no matter what, even when I finish this whole 75-day hard thing, I'm still going to keep up with the healthy diet for the most part, but still, enjoy myself here and there. But the main thing that's always going to stick is the exercising, because that's been making such a big difference. Huge fucking difference. Because you learn about scheduling, you learn that. Because people always say, like, oh, you don't have time to work out. Or I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to do this and that. But you do have time. You have fucking time. Okay? And I learned that because I have to fit 2 45-minute workouts in, on top of the fact that, yeah, it's coronavirus, yeah, I have more free time, but I still make videos, I still do a bunch of shit. So that made a difference, man. Like, I know how to schedule better now. Besides the fact that I stay up late at night watching anime and eating toast. Buttered toast. Do you remember Ed, Edd n Eddy? Ed, Edd n Eddy was one of my favorite shows to watch all time. And I recently watched Ed, Edd n Eddy. It's so freaking funny. It's seriously like one of the funny shows I've ever seen in my life. And what the fuck? There's a guy practicing his bat swing on the sidewalk. Whenever I see guys do stuff like that, I can't help but think he's either crazy or he's just dedicated to the game. Because I can respect people that are dedicated to the game, but I don't know. But also, if they're like, loco in the head, right, it could be drug induced, or maybe they were born that way and didn't take medication. Can't hate on that either. As long as they're not hurting anybody, right? Live your life. Swing that fake bat on the sidewalk. I feel like I'm just all over the place with what I'm saying because I'm driving mindlessly. I don't know where I'm going. I made a right turn out of nowhere because I saw a cop and I got paranoid that the cop is going to pull me over because I put the seatbelt to the side of me. It looks like I'm not wearing a seatbelt. And then I imagined him pulling me over and just saying, hey, you don't have a seatbelt, son. And I was like, no, sir, I do. It's just here. I'm making a video for YouTube. And he's like, I don't care, son. Because that's what cops say, son, right? In the movies, they at least say that. Oh my God, I need some water. But every cop I got pulled over by, they weren't that much older than me. Well, because in the movies, they always seem like they're like 50 or some shit. But I got pulled over by a lot of like 30 to 40 year olds, whatever. All right, I gotta put the sun visor down so you guys can actually, yeah. The camera does look pretty sick like this, but I'll tape it down better next time. Man, this motherfucker needs to get the fuck off my back, man. I hate when people get so close to me, and then I look at their face in the rearview mirror to see if they're doing it because they're trying to look good in front of that girl or because they want to, like they're angry or something. But when they don't make a face at all, and it's very stoic, I get confused and I don't know how to react. Because then I'm not going to really brake check them if they're not angry. But also, then, I don't recommend doing this, but sometimes when I get angry enough, I'll stick my head out the window and be like, what the fuck are you doing? What the hell you want, man? Get the fuck off, man. But don't do that. I'll do that maybe like once or twice a year. Very rarely. But yes, one can argue that's once or twice too many times. So I probably shouldn't do that. But yeah, man, it feels so good to just drive. It feels so good to drive. I thought it was time to just do something a little different, change things up. Because when you do the same thing over and over and over, it gets old, you feel stagnant, you feel almost hopeless at times too, especially in coronavirus. When you can't go out to places like you normally do. You can still go out, but not to the places, right? So just making little changes like this where I add different scenery, it just feels better, man. Because I feel fucking nuts. I really miss stand-up, dude. Now I really, really miss it. In previous episodes, I talked about how I'm pretty okay because I get to do my TikTok lives and it's like doing stand-up, but it's not. stand-up comedy is not the same unless you're in person. And, you know, and I was against doing Zoom comedy shows before, but now I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, fuck, maybe I'll do it. Just because I miss it so much, man. But really, the in-person aspect, I miss more than anything. I want that. I miss that. I miss that so much. In-person connection on a daily. I mean, that's why I did background acting to begin with, because I was tired of doing jobs where I'm isolated by myself in a cubicle or just a desk by myself, just alone, you know? It feels good being able to socialize because, dude, we socialize. Humans naturally, instinctually are tribal creatures, man. I just miss that. I miss seeing people every day, hugging people, you know, kissing girls. Just kidding. I'm not on set kissing girls, but yeah, I mean, you know, yes, I'm talking to somebody, but I haven't seen her. But I will kiss the fuck out of her when I see her soon. But anyways, yeah, this is awesome. How good does this camera look in natural light? It looks so good, doesn't it? If you're just listening to this, go to my YouTube and check it out because it looks pretty sick. Now, there's some parts where it looks kind of blown out because it's so bright because I was driving directly towards the sun. But right now, at this moment, it's perfect lighting, man, and I look fucking buff even though I'm not buff. I love it. Magic of camera magic, dude. Camera magic. Wow. I do want to touch upon something very important. So everything that's happening with George Floyd, it took me a couple of days to really catch up on it because although I'm on social media and I post every day, I don't really watch what's on social media. I tend to avoid it as much as possible because there's so much negativity on there. And, you know, I saw some stuff about George Floyd, but I didn't really know what it was at first, right? But I didn't know how bad it was until a few days later. I woke up at like 5 a.m. and I was just like, oh, let me just look at what's on TikTok and Instagram and all that. And then I saw the actual videos of what the cops did to that man. And it was so disturbing. It fucked me up, dude. It really fucked me up. I was like, Jesus Christ. Because, you know, the man was handcuffed face down on concrete with a full-grown adult who's a police officer, who put his knee on the back of George Floyd's neck. Not to mention other policemen that were on him as well. Hundreds of pounds of weight, right? And it reminded me of when I was in 6th grade, and then I had somebody who was a bully throw me on the ground, and my back was to the ground, and then he sat on my chest, a 6th grader. And it felt like I was going to die. I couldn't breathe. Tears were streaming down my face, and I was begging him to get off, and he was laughing like a maniac. And I could barely get noise out. And I literally thought I was going to die because I couldn't breathe at all. And if he kept sitting on my chest for another minute or two, who knows? I would have passed out and then eventually died if he didn't get off. Right? And then it made me think about, you know, going back to George Floyd, all that weight on that man and how he must have felt. And it's not that hard to imagine that because when you watch that video, holy shit, man, it is so disturbing. You know, like the officer knew that this guy couldn't breathe and that there's 4 police officers. What the fuck is one man that's handcuffed gonna do? With no weapons, no hands that he can use. He can't do shit. He can't even run anywhere because what is he gonna climb over? Is he gonna drive? No, he can't even ride a bicycle. Right? So I saw that and it made me so fucking angry that all these cops get away with murder and abuse and injustice all the time. There's good cops out there, but there's a good amount of fucked up ones too, man. And these ones that are fucked up, they need to get punished to the highest degree. They do. It's sad, dude. It still affects me right now. Fuck the wife, man. And the thing that the wife is going through, always having to hear about it, and just, oh man. And her seeing the videos, dude, I can't even, fuck. It's just, it's so tough, dude. And this type of stuff makes me worry about my black friends. Because this shit's been going on for decades and decades, right? Things that we don't know about. But it's being more shown now because of social media. It's not worse than before. It's just always been there, I believe. Right? Social media sucks at times, but for this type of stuff, it's a godsend. But yeah, I want to apologize if I didn't have any clear thoughts that made any sense. Because I'm just driving mindlessly, like, all over the place. I don't know what the fuck I'm going in. I'm trying to focus on driving so I don't crash. While at the same time, and don't worry, I'm not really looking at the camera while I'm driving. But it's been, I don't know. It was just kind of tough to focus on things, but I feel so much better, and this was cool. I'll still post this. I think this will be fun and interesting. And if you guys don't like it, then I guess that's what it is, and that's what I fucking did. But we'll see. We'll experiment, or maybe next time I'll just sit in the car or outside somewhere. I think that'll be fun, right? That way I can focus and just chill, dude. Just chill. But anyways, guys, this was a great time. I love this. I really did. I'm about back home. About to pull back into my garage. But, thank you for listening to this mind word vomit. And let's support each other, guys. There's a lot of fucked up stuff out there, but there's also a lot of good out there too. So let's be together. Let's unite, man. One love. So anyways, guys, this has been another episode of the Setbreaker podcast. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you next week. Bye.